Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Laurel Park here on Saturday. This December the 24th, 2016. Happy Christmas Eve to everybody. It's Laurel's the only track in North America hosting live thoroughbred racing, and I think racing period. I'm not sure about the greyhounds, but for horses, Laurel's the only one, and I'm quite interested to see how they do because maybe next year more tracks will run on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, I don't think they should run, but Christmas Eve, they could maybe have some more tracks running. I wouldn't have post time past 12:30 because a lot of people, want to be home by 3 o'clock, and plus a lot of traffic on Christmas Eve also. But it's first post times at noon at Laurel. Great car, by the way. So we're gonna look at it. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections. Before I get on to the sixth race with Laurel, always reminds me of Christmas and horse racing or racing. Always reminds me of the first episode of The Simpsons. It was the Simpsons Christmas special, aired December the 17th of 1989. If I'm not mistaken, go check that one out. There's a joke about it. The little kid goes to his dad. When are we gonna open up the presents? Right after the eighth race. So it's always the Simpsons, and that Simpsons episode with the Greyhounds always just great episode. That's the episode where they get Santa's little helper. But to Laurel now, race number six. I spent a minute and 45 seconds talking gibberish, but the sixth race from Laurel is Allowance Optional Claimer, purse $45,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won two races: a main claim starter or state bred, sired race or state bred, or claim price is $32,000 to $28,000. We have a field of 10 horses traveling the distance of ground of about 1 mile and a sixteenth. Remember, they're using the regular finish line basically. They start right at the turn, so you have a very quick run to the turn. Just keep that in mind. And I show that diagram. It gives me a second to look down at my notes, but this race is great, and I'm going to do a trifecta this race. Hopefully, we could get some extra spending money for Christmas for those last minute presents. I'm going to go to the 4-horse Golden Glint as a top pick. I'm going to do a $2 trifecta. 436. Number 4, Golden Glint, 3-1 with Toledo on the 7-year-old gelding out of Medaglia d'Oro. Medaglia d'Oro, a very good classic distance kind of horse. But this horse, last time out December the 3rd, Laurel Park, 1 turn mile, an optional 32 claimer. Horse won by 3/4 of length. Stalked the pace early on. Got up there in the stretch drive, was driving, and just had an all-around great victory. Is trying to make it 2 in a row here, going to the 2 turns again. I don't think that should be a problem. He has a better post position today. Start before November the 6th at Laurel, mile 8th in a star allowance race, 35,000. Those were part of those, what do you call those? Claiming Crown preview day, that mile 8th race at Laurel on November the 6th. This horse finished 4th by 18 lengths against a little bit better horses. Just couldn't keep up with them. Got bumped. Just wasn't his day to win. Also, it was the horse's first start since July 30th at Laurel, 1 mile off turf and option 40 claimer. Horse finished second by 1/4 lengths. Was closing up that day, but just needed a little extra ground. If it was mile 16th, I think he would have won. But this horse did run the Pimlico Special at Pimlico. That's the name. on May the 20th. Remember, the Pimlico Special was supposed to have like 9 horses this year. Scratched down to a field of 6. Noble Bird won easy. This horse finished 5th by 17 3/4 lengths. Really just was outrun against a lot better horses in that small field. He beat one horse, just wasn't his day to win. And then start before here at Laurel, mile 16th, April 19th, out for 40 claimer. This horse is a course and distance winner, winning by 3 lengths, breaking from post position number 3. Got 4th off the gate. Was had a good saving trip going around the turn and the backstretch and drove off clear. If he could run back to that performance today, I think this horse does a very good run. Gets Toledo up, who he scored with the victory last time out. He should do well. He has a run against Stakes Company 3 times this year. Earlier this year, on January 2nd, in the Native Dancer, this horse finished 2nd, and 4th in the John B. Campbell President's Weekend. So, he should run a good one here today. So watch out for this one. I also like the 3-horse Sea Raven at 6-1. Is he good enough to win? I'm not sure. If I play a multi-race wager, there's a pick four that starts it off at this race. I would use the four horse, of course. Who wouldn't use their top pick? But maybe I would use Sea Raven. But he has some hit and miss races. He finished sixth last time out. Laurel Monlath in the Richard Small handicap. He is stepping down in class though. But it's the distance that scares me a little bit. The mile 16th at Laurel last time out. He finished sixth. Back in October 28th by 23 lengths, really was just weakening, got bumped, had a horrible trip. I have a feeling they're going to let this horse, there's going to be a little extra speed in this one. I think this horse could really close up for the second, not for the win, because I have a feeling if the four horse Golden Glint wins, he'll be going away by like 3 lengths because that's the way he wins. He wins by he doesn't win by small margin. He wins going away. I think the Sea Raven could get up for the place, so that's why I like him for second. And I also like the six horse Scorch at 4-1 for the third place. He's trained by first time trainer for Michael Dickinson. Michael Dickinson came back this year after about a 9-year layoff. So far this year, Dickinson is 62-13, a 21% win streak. But this horse has scorched. The six horse hasn't run since January the 15th at Gulfstream Park, mile 16th on the utterly sloppy course that day. This horse won by 2 3/4 lengths, got the lead, and took off clear. It's just a very easy victory. This horse's first starts in November 29th at Woodbine, 7 furlongs of main special weight. Horse won by nose. But, if this horse had a start under his belt so far since January the 15th, I think I would have had this horse to win. But, he has some very big questions in him. If he sits, I think he'll be sitting close to the lead, but I think he's just going to get overtaken. I have a feeling he'll probably sit on for third. He just has too many question marks. He could definitely go the distance, but just too many question marks with the layoff. So going to use this horse. I'm going to use the four horse Golden Glint as the top selection. So to recount my bets, first number 6 from Laurel Park here on this Christmas Eve card. Going to go with the four horse Golden Glint. Going to do a trifecta, $2 trifecta, 436, 436. So good luck to all and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck everybody and Merry Christmas.